Hey guys, Nicole Bosco here, and today I'm sitting down with Carlos Condit. He has a new collaboration with Scene Clothing. He's putting out his own type of jeans, and he's came on here with me today to explain why he collaborated with them, why he wanted to make these jeans, and the importance of having projects outside the UFC, and a little bit about his UFC future going forward. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks. Thanks for taking some time to speak with me today. I want to talk to you a little bit about your jean collaboration with Scene. That's really cool. What got you into that?
Um, well, I mean, it's kind of a long and meandering story, but um like I'm a tall kind of like lanky guy, but being an athlete, I have I'm I've like big legs and big butt from training and stuff, and I'm like always ripping jeans. Like I can't find a pair of jeans that actually fits or that can hold up for a long time. And I know a lot of people that kind of have the same the same struggle. So when I kind of found out what they did, we started talking and decided that like, hey, this is a good fit. Let's do this. Um, yeah,
That's cool. I mean, they reached out to you or you found them first?
reached out to me, and then like they just kind of they said, hey, like let us get you a pair of jeans, and see what see if you like it, and then we as we spoke more, it kind of became a more in-depth collaboration.
Hmm. Did you ever think that you would be like in the clothing design business like back in the day?
I don't know. I mean, I have lots of different interests, so it's not out of left field actually.
How important is it for fighters to like get into stuff outside of fighting, like these projects that you have that you're involved with? How important is that for like, up and coming guys?
It's a really good idea to diversify. This is kind of a relatively short-lived deal. It's just like any other professional um, athlete or any other professional sport. So just having other irons in the fire is a really good idea.
Did you had a little bit of time away before your last fight? I think it was like 2 years or something. Is that something that kind of brought these other projects to mind? Like thinking like, I have all this time, maybe I'll start expanding my brand a little bit.
Even before that, I've had just like several layoffs. I I've known this for a while that there's I and for one, I have lots of other interests, so it's just not just martial arts. So having the opportunity and maybe a little bit of notoriety and like my foot in the door in certain respects, uh, I can get stuff started a little bit easier just doing what I've done, and then like I said, I like to have lots of different irons in the fire. I also have a coffee company that I started about 4 years ago. That's continuing to grow, and I don't want to be stuck with one thing.
Setting yourself over the future. That's good. Before your last fight, a lot of the word retirement was thrown around a lot. And, now that you have all these business ventures, not that you're necessarily looking forward to retirement, but does it bother you that people keep bringing that up?
No, I mean I've thought about it myself, and it's been a bit of a roller coaster and a journey to come to where I'm at right now, where I'm like refocused and reengaged in fighting. And um, I've been doing this for a long time, like I mean, close to 20 years. So I mean, it doesn't bother me. Um, when I get lumped into guys that are obviously past their prime, and obviously need to retire, then that bothers me a bit.
Hmm. What do you like attribute your longevity to in the sport? Because, a lot of guys don't have such a long career.
I take care of myself. I live a really clean lifestyle. I don't, I quit drinking like 10 years ago. I don't party. I'm pretty, pretty health conscious. So I think that plays a big factor.
Hmm. With having projects like the Gene Company and the coffee, like you said, being able to market yourself is like maybe something you had to learn along the way. How do you think it differs now with fighters having to market themselves than maybe when you first started?
Um, hmm, that's a good question. Um, well, so I came into the sport at a really interesting time. I came in just a few years before it really took off. And then maybe 2005, there was a things exploded, and it was like all the rage, and so we almost didn't have to promote ourselves all that much just because the sport was so hot. Um, but things have petered out a bit, and people have lost interest, and I think they oversaturated. The yeah, I think people got oversaturated with MMA, so now we're having to pivot and bring people's interests for other reasons rather than like, hey, this new crazy sport.
And even social media too, right? Social media was really non-existent when you first got into it, and now fighters have to have their kind of character online as well as in the cage.
But yeah, that there's that too. I failed to mention that. Yeah, that
Did
yeah
you feel like a need to have to keep up with that?
I did at a certain point. Anymore, I feel like I've built my brand by just being who I am and putting out what I want, and just having it be authentic rather than being feeling the need to um, do anything that's not actually me.
Mm-hmm. And now that you're back in the cage, do you want to fight more often, or does like having businesses like this give you a little more flexibility with how often you have to fight or want to?
I would like to keep my momentum rolling. I'm in good shape. I came out of that last fight without any injuries, so I'm trying to strike while the iron's hot and get some more fights in.
Yeah, people have been mentioning opponents, I think, that they would like to see you fight against, but are you in a position where you would ask for somebody to the UFC, or you just kind of like sit back and see how the cards fall?
It works different ways. A lot of times, like, hey, who's available, who's not injured. There's a guy that I've been trying to fight for years, and he's injured quite a few times. He's currently coming off of surgery. He's calling me out. He wants to fight. There's a couple other guys, but I think we're gonna sit down with the matchmaker here soon and just kind of figure out what's next and what works for everybody's schedule.
Is that Matt Brownlee you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people want to see you fight him, or of course Nick Diaz being coming back. Do you feel like you're getting kind of like lumped in with the guys who are like technically like from your era per se, or do you like think you want to take up maybe some of the young guys coming up?
I lost a lot of fights in a row, so it makes and I've fallen down the rankings, so it makes sense that fighting guys who are kind of in a similar position, and until I work my way up to guys that are a little have more momentum or more wins higher up in the rankings. I'm just going to fight who I'm going to fight.
And it seems like, with the coronavirus and everything, it seems like the UFC is not really going to be traveling around as much. It's mostly going to be Vegas or Abu Dhabi. Does that like kind of make you feel a little bit sad? Like, you want to be in all these different markets and stuff, but you kind of take what you can get.
I mean, the Abu Dhabi was amazing. Like that was an incredible experience. So no, I'm not. I'm just. I enjoy doing what I do and having the opportunity to kind of pursue my passion and make a living doing it. And I'm grateful. I'm incredibly grateful to even have the opportunity.
During the beginning of the coronavirus, when gyms were closing down and stuff, did you have the opportunity to incorporate any other kind of training into your like repertoire while the gym wasn't open?
Just lots of stuff at home. Like I got one of the grappling dummies that and trained a little bit with that, and just did kettlebells and steel mace. I didn't have like a weight rack or anything at my house, so I just did kettlebells and steel mace and lots of body weight stuff and running, and but I mean I stayed in pretty good shape.
All right, well, I mean, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you're out with your kids, so I really appreciate you hopping on here with me.
Sure, of course.
All right, great. Enjoy the rest of your day.